you're looking for the latest NFL rumors or some NFL news, you are in the right place. I wouldn't be able to turn the lights on and I wouldn't be able to turn on my girlfriend if it wasn't for our awesome sponsor, Manscaped. Head on over to manscaped.com/jab. 20% off and free shipping. Also mention part of the proceeds from Manscaped go to helping ball cancer. Remember, April is Ball Cancer Awareness Month, and that's all we're trying to do is raise a little bit of awareness. So, men, you might think I'm crazy. Go ahead, get your boys checked out. Let's go ahead now and get into today's very first topic. It's DK Metcalf, and probably the top story going on right now around the National Football League is around the Seattle Seahawks star wide receiver and whether or not he's going to get traded or whether or not he's going to remain in Seattle. There was a report that came out earlier this morning that the Jets were going to offer the 10th overall pick for Metcalf. And what's interesting about this is the Seahawks originally held the number 10 overall pick, but they actually traded it to the Jets for Jamal Adams. Jeremy Fowler also went ahead and said that DK can be had at the right price. What's funny about these DK Metcalf rumors is I feel like we just went through it with Russell Wilson, and the fact that Russell got traded makes me believe that DK is probably going to get traded. However, this also is from Connor Hughes, who ends up covering the team a little bit closer, and he's disputing the original report in terms of the Jets offered the number 10 pick, and this is what he said this morning. There's no truth to the report that the Jets offered the number 10 pick to the Seahawks for DK Metcalf per multiple sources. The Jets are interested in a wide receiver. They'd be interested in Metcalf, but there'd have been no offer because Seattle's not accepting offers. He also went ahead and said this: if a player is made available, Douglas will be extremely aggressive, just like Hill, per sources. That player just isn't available right now. Seahawks don't want to trade DK. Titans don't want to trade A.J. Brown. So how about this? You guys go ahead and tell me, will the Seahawks end up trading DK Metcalf? Go down to the comments section right now to all y'all crazy people watching us on YouTube and watching us on Rumble and type T for trade. Or I want you to go ahead and type K for keep. I know what that just said, and I know what the Seahawks have said. We're not going to trade DK Metcalf. You know what? I don't believe you, because you said the exact same thing about Russell Wilson, and I really, truly believe if there's an offer that's good enough, that you would go ahead and take it. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type my T for trade. I do not think DK Metcalf will start this season on the Seattle Seahawks. And there's going to be a lot of teams interested in him, obviously. Like, not only does he look like the Under Armour mannequin when you walk into a store, this guy puts up numbers. And he's definitely benefited from being in the offense with Russell Wilson, buying time. And he's not the best route runner, more of a straight line seam kind of dude. But last season, 75 grabs, 967 yards, 12 touchdowns. The season before, over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. You're talking about a player who's had 29 touchdowns in his first 3 seasons. He's only 24 years old. He's an incredible athlete. And usually when we do shows like this, I'll get people ask me, Mitch, okay, well, if you think he's going to get traded, what teams do you think he could end up going to? How about this? My guy Tom Downey made a video a few days ago about the top destinations for DK Metcalf. Not only do we keep you guys up to date with news, rumors, we go live multiple times a week, we also do segments like this. So if you want to see the top 8 teams for DK Metcalf, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and check out the video, because we got 8 teams. Seriously, go ahead and do it. That's what the thumbnail looks like. The next story coming up here is going to be around Desmond Ridder, one of the top quarterback prospects in the 2022 NFL Draft. He is flying to Pittsburgh tonight. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have been a team that's been linked to multiple quarterbacks out there. They have the number 20 overall pick in this year's draft. Obviously, Ben Roethlisberger is retired. However, there's going to be some people out there like, wait, didn't they go ahead and sign Mitch Trubisky? You're right. But if you could look me dead in the eyes and say, I have 100% confidence in Mitch Trubisky, I'm going to say, I don't know what you're drinking, but I would put it down a little bit. Ridder will also visit the Panthers on Tuesday, obviously next Tuesday, and the Seahawks on Wednesday. I do think that Desmond ends up being a first-round pick. In terms of where he goes, I'm not 100% sure. He's 6'4", needs to put on a little bit more muscle, 215 pounds. He did make a big leap this season, throwing for 3,334 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, compared to his first 3 years at Cincinnati. But I did like this. you saw at least a little bit of growth. You're going to have your struggles as a freshman. You're going to have your struggles as a sophomore. But he took a leap forward as a junior, and then he took a major leap forward as a senior. Every coach that talks about him says he's a leader, he's a good player. There's just a part of me that's like, I think he beat up on bad competition, and I don't know how well he's going to do in the National Football League. So when I started the show off, I said, hey, Manscaped, there's the presenting sponsor here, and not only do they have awesome male grooming products to make sure that your balls are looking good, but women also care a lot of times more about the way your body smells or scents more than how something looks. So if you're like, what's what I want you to do? I want you to do a test with me, okay? I want you to take your hand. I want you to put it down your pants, and then I want you to smell it. If it's not a very good smell, thank you, Coop, for actually doing it, then you need to go to manscaped.com/chat, and you need to get your hands on the Ultra Premium Collection. What is it? It's a all-in-one stop shop for the moment you walk in the shower to the moment you come out of the shower. We got shampoo, conditioner, which is needed. Deodorant. Do you use deodorant? I sure hope so. I've heard some people say that lip balm is a hoax. It's not. It's a legit thing. And not only on top of that, like, Manscaped is built to make sure that you guys are getting some. Like, it's just what they are. So I wouldn't come up here and lie to you. I use it every single day. I'm doing halfway decent in the male department. So manscaped.com/chat, 20% off and free shipping. I see Steelers Baby says, what is this? It's going to change your life, Steelers Baby. You want to make another Steelers Baby? Go ahead. Go to Manscaped right now. So we're talking about Desmond Ridder. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about some top quarterback prospects, because I was in college one time. I would imagine if you're a quarterback at a college, you might not need Manscaped, but it would definitely help you out if you did, no doubt about it. But my top 5 quarterback prospects, you got Malik Willis at number 1. I have Kenny Pickett at number 2. If Matt Corral didn't get hurt in the bowl game, he probably would be my number 2 guy. I just haven't seen him play in a little bit. Sam Howell, and then I got Desmond Ridder at 5. However, I can swap him in and out with Carson Strong, though I'm a little bit bigger fan than Carson Strong than most. In terms of where some destinations Ridder could end up going, I see the peak of him at number 6 to the Carolina Panthers. Let me be very clear. I would not take Ridder in the top 20. That's me personally. However, there could be teams like the Panthers at 6. Maybe the Falcons at 8, the Seahawks at 9. The Saints now have 16 and 19. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're obviously bringing him on a visit at 20. The Tennessee Titans at 26. And then the Detroit Lions have 2 first-round picks with their final one at number 32. So those are my teams. Those are the destinations that I think Ridder's going to go to. But you know what? You guys sometimes don't care about what I have to say. Chat Sports is built on giving y'all a voice. Mason Stevenson says, free shipping. Yes, free shipping on all Manscaped products, but you got to use the link that you see down below. But which team ends up drafting Desmond Ridder? This is a team that I'm about to talk about here that, to be honest, I don't know if I would have went this route, and it's very curious to me because when you look at Ridder potentially being linked to all these teams out there, the Tennessee Titans is one that I did not expect. And Albert Breer, he talked about Desmond Ridder, and he talked about the potential of what the Titans could do. The Titans apparently are going to stick with Ryan Tannehill, but could end up drafting Ridder. Why Luke Fickell and Mike Vrabel are best friends, and this is what Albert Breer had to say. The fact that the Titans have the 26th overall pick could be an intriguing one. And again, it's a very surprising move here. Now, guys, if you see an NFL story out there and you want me to cover it, if you want me to talk about something, you can always go ahead, hit me up on social media. I'm at MitchellRents365, literally everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, always trying to keep you guys up to date. So if you could, go ahead, give me a follow. The next player that we're going to talk about here is going to be Derek Stingley Jr. And when the whole draft process started, I saw a lot of people have Stingley as the number 1 rated corner. He had his pro day at LSU, and he looked pretty damn good to me. He had a 10.2-inch, I think, broad jump, a 4.37 second 40-yard dash, 38.5-inch vertical leap. And yes, there are still some scouts out there that believe he is the number 1 overall cornerback. And the reason why people are going to put their hat on that is because of what Stingley looked like as a freshman. When you can come in as a freshman in college football and more than likely be the unanimous top cornerback, that's impressive. And he was very impressive in 15 games, 38 tackles, 15 pass breakups, 6 interceptions. That LSU team was unbelievably talented. They obviously won the national championship as well. But, that defense was legit. 2020 dealt with some injuries. 2021 dealt with some injuries and just hasn't quite looked the same. Now, when you ask me, okay, who are your top cornerback prospects? I've always had Stingley at number 2. I've been a lot higher on Sauce Gardner. I loved what I saw out of him. I think he was a phenomenal player from top to bottom. He's my number 1. I have Trent McDuffie at number 3, Andrew Booth at 4, and then Elam from Florida at number 5. But what do y'all think? Because that's what I want to know. Who's the top corner? Derek Stingley? You can go ahead and type S. Do you think it's Sauce? Go ahead and type G. If you think it's another cornerback, go ahead and type O.